Right, do we have a plan, doctors?
Not time for us to get into our TARDISes and escape.
So we risk our TARDISes.
We have no choice. It's the nexus point or we stay.
But how do we know we'll end up somewhere safe?
We don't.
Come on, let's go.
Time and space, they belong to me.
You lot get out of here. I'll stay.
What? Why?
No time. Go.
Maggie, come on.
Carly, Henry, with me.
Coming!
Yep, shot.
Right. Now then. Omega. Right.
We can do this.
What? I told you to go.
I don't take orders.
Are you sure you're me?
I'm very sure.
You look familiar.
Obviously.
No, I mean, never mind.
Yes.
What's he doing?
Starting his new universe.
What is going on?
I'm not sure. Doctor!
Professor!
Oh, Doctor, it's you. It's finally you.
Matthew? Matthew, is that you?
We've got to get out of here.
He's right, come on.
Right.
This way!
Doctor, doctors, where's the other one?
Can't be sure. I think he stayed behind with the other one.
Other one?
Yes, indeed. Glad to see you are all right, Patrick.
But what's happening exactly?
We're cut off from the universe.
What?
Yes, he's correct. Towards the exit of this train station, our current environment has been cut off from our local position in this dimension.
It's not just that. Omega has already succeeded.
Omega has returned. How is this possible? I hid the weapon away.
This is a bit further in your future than yourself, Doctor. This is much, much worse.
Omega did this?
He has used the Nexus points to erase our dimension across time and space.
But we're still fine.
The Nexus point here is unaffected for some reason.
This wasn't one of the original Nexus points.
What do you mean?
Well, we believed it was created because of me and Lizzie when we crossed over to this universe. We discovered that the original Tortured team should have died in these tunnels.
But because of the Nexus crossing, a new singularity has been caused as a result, which is where events changed.
Yes, it's a plausible theory, certainly.
Any chance there are any more Nexus points like these elsewhere?
Not any that I've encountered.
Because of me?
Well, this doctor keeps talking about how nobody remembers being you. If that's another Nexus crossing, then surely Cardiff and Tortured 3 should still exist.
It's worth a look, but how do we get there?
My TARDIS is almost finished with its self-repair. We can use my ship to get us from Nexus Point to Nexus Point.
That does sound like a plan.
It certainly does. It seems a bit quiet down here, doesn't it?
Yes. For a fully fitted out unit operation, it's very quiet.
Everyone's gone, Doctor.
I assume they have been erased by the Nexus Point energies.
Aside from us.
Likely because of our relationship to time.
Then there's just us. We must act before Omega rebuilds the universe in his name.
Miss Anderson, are you feeling better?
Yeah, I'm alright. A bit bruised.
What happened?
TARDIS crashed. Hit my head.
You know what? I'm pretty lucky I've not done that myself yet.
Oh, you know what? I'm with you on that.
Oh, where's our companions? Have a nice chat. What do we do?
I think we have to split into groups. We need to travel to different Nexus crossings.
And do what? What would remain there?
What's left of our universe. This is our base, our hub, if you will.
We collect different aspects from our universe, and then what?
In the Torchwood hub, we have a time-space actualizer.
Where on earth did you get one of those?
Long story.
It's my fault, really.
That could be used to disable Nexus points.
That's why he gave it to us. Colonel Stevenson says that he brought it down here with him.
We'll need multiple ways to travel. With one damaged TARDIS, that's not exactly a guaranteed way back.
The name's Redhill.
And who are you?
Yes, Agent Redhill here has a vortex manipulator.
Well, it seems it is settled. We must split up and collect elements from throughout the universe.
Right. Ideas?
I've got nothing.
So you were just acting heroic for no reason then?
Not quite. I did have something, I suppose.
Silence.
And here was I, thinking you were stuck in a holding pattern.
I am beyond such constructs, doctors.
What do you hope to achieve?
The glory I deserved.
And what will happen to the universe?
It will be perfect.
Perfect for you?
I deserve that. An infinity within antimatter, all because of what was done to me.
And did Rassilon have to die? He was an old friend.
He, like all the others, betrayed me. No more. I have destroyed him, just as I shall destroy you. Every doctor shall be destroyed.
The same song and dance, like always.
The years have not been kind to you, Doctor. All of that darkness within you. You could have joined me. Of all the others, you have the will to do so.
You? Me? Join you? Don't be so idiotic.
How dare you? I am Omega, the god of time. Soon the plan will be complete.
I assume when the plan is complete, he will become positive matter again.
If he's constructing the universe in his own image, then I would certainly think so.
We need to get the key of time out of his hands.
Obviously. But how?
Which one was your TARDIS?
None of them.
Ah, then I suppose my old Cravat TARDIS will have to do. Let's back up slowly. Get the key ready.
Way ahead of you.
The edges of the universe, they take shape.
Now.
What is this? No matter. My new universe takes shape. They cannot stop it now.
Come on, old girl. You can do this.
Where do we go first?
Gallifrey. To the very beginning.
Are we sure about this?
It's where Omega will start.
So, Fraser, shall we?
Sure thing. I'm not sure if I've entirely caught up, but question one, what sort of elements are we looking for? And number two, what will they actually do?
Well, we need something unique. Something we can use as an anchor to what's left of our original timeline.
Well, we appear to be in the woods. Not so sure what's special about this place.
This is the Lonely Forest, Fraser. The last known forest in the universe. We're in the year 1 billion.
One bit? Blimey.
Yes, quite.
So I'm guessing a piece of grass or a bit of tree bark wouldn't cut it?
No, it has to be specific. But I can detect where the Nexus crossings are. 30 metres ahead. Come on.
Ah, right. Good. I've looked at the records. Your records, I mean. You're quite young in comparison to the Cravat one, right?
I keep being reminded of my supposed youth, but I can assure you, I'm still thousands of years old.
Yeah, but we have conflicting records on the Doctor now. With these crossing timelines, we don't know who comes after you.
Yes, I suppose in the grand scheme of things I am one of the youngest.
Oh, so you don't really know me at all?
Not really.
Weird. It's just meeting you as you are now, but knowing you from another few thousand years in the future. It's weird how time travel works.
I must admit, it does give me a strange feeling.
What's that?
Where?
It's hard to make out. It looks like a glass box.
Let's take a closer look. It's a TARDIS.
Whose TARDIS?
That's not clear, but it's been here a while. The Nexus point is inside the glass TARDIS.
And that knife?
Knife? What knife?
It's sort of faded, but I can see a knife.
Yes, I see it too. The same insignia from the Assassin's Guild. I wonder...
So, some assassin stole the TARDIS and got swallowed by a Nexus point?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
What do you mean?
That knife might be useful. We found a key fragment at a graveyard for the Assassin's Guild. You'll have to be quick.
Oh, I'm risking my life then.
I'm the one with the screwdriver.
You know, our records have got it all wrong about you, Doctor. You were supposed to be the considerate one.
Ready?
Fine.
Here we go.
The hoist lift is just up there.
Are you sure about this? Looks a bit run down.
I'm sure, Agent Redhill. Down we go.
Feels a bit bumpy.
We left in a hurry last time. Do you hear that?
Yeah, what is that?
Vortex energy. What? The lift? It's dead. The power's dead.
Something is happening behind us.
What is it?
The structure behind us is changing.
This environment is breaking down. Right. Bear with me.
What are you doing?
We need to make it into the hub. Come on.
We're jumping.
No, it's not far. Jump.
You want me to jump?
That is just what I said. Now do it.
Alright. Ah!
My turn. Woo! Oh, we made it. Now, let's get going. Oh dear.
It's so weird. It's like the walls are being put back together.
Omega's changes to the timeline. In his perfect world, there was no Torchwood. No one to oppose him. Come on!
What exactly are we looking for?
Anything of importance? Huh. I'll do it.
And what's that?
An old Torchwood document, dated 1879.
Isn't that when...
Yes, quite possibly. But should be enough from this timeline for Torchwood. Now, I imagine we don't have much time. So shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
I was here when I first met my doctor.
Interesting. I assume there's a reason why this place has become a Nexus crossing then. Perhaps something about your meeting and created one?
I mean, am I supposed to know that, if that's the case?
Hopefully.
Sorry.
Oh. No clues, nothing. What happened when you met him? Anything interesting?
He was flying through the sky in his TARDIS. It was out of control and it almost hit me.
Well, I apologise in advance for that.
What's that?
That's Amiga's will, as the universe is rebuilt in his image.
What will happen to us?
I think that's rather his point. We won't happen.
And you're from before my doctor, right?
Quite.
So if we're affected.
There will still be a chance. Our dimension, our past, while it's currently gone, it's not destroyed. There is a chance for us to rebuild.
Only if we can find the pieces of our lives.
Exactly. But there's nothing here.
What about a newspaper stand? Like that one over there?
Was it reported on?
Well, I reported on it.
You did what?
I worked as a radio presenter. It would have appeared in the newspaper.
Are you sure? Front page, the Northern Ireland Echo.
I was quite proud of myself.
A very good photo, I must say. Now, shall we?
Sure thing.
Well, this certainly takes me back.
We don't have much time to change the timeline back.
What do you suggest?
Well, remember what Omega's supposed death was?
Yes, he was on a Starbreaker-class ship. He miscalculated his expectations when converting a star into a black hole.
That's the main theory, although there is a legend that someone sabotaged it.
Wait, you're not suggesting...
I am.
And our other selves called me devious.
We make quite the team.
You want to sabotage this ship and condemn Omega to the antimatter universe?
If that's what we must do to save our universe, then it's what must be done.
I like where my future is headed.
Something is... I sense... there is something wrong. My hand... I feel whole at last. No, that's not what's wrong. The other doctors, they are massing against me. I will stop them first.
Yes, fascinating technology for such an uncivilized age.
Uncivilized?
Well, I didn't mean it quite like that, my dear. I simply meant that in your far future, this kind of technology is readily available. It's not something I would ever expect to see here, so far ahead of its time.
Well, there are organisations built to follow these alien sightings and to learn from their technology.
And it's quite irresponsible for my other selves to have ignored something like this.
They monitor it. They keep us in check.
Well, I should hope so. So, you are a professor, eh?
Yes.
If you don't mind me saying so, my dear, you're very young to be holding such a prestigious position, but I suppose your natural intelligence does shine through. Yes, you remind me of my granddaughter.
Oh, thanks. I'm sorry for what I said earlier. To you and Susan.
Oh, the whole situation is confusing, Professor. What with all these other doctors around. I'm sure there's a very good reason why my future selves choose not to speak about my granddaughter. That you mentioned it in front of Susan is, yes, rather indelicate, but let us put ourselves beyond that now. We have more pressing concerns, wouldn't you say? We're facing a very complex and highly dangerous situation. However, I do appreciate your apology. I wonder how much time we'll have before Omega makes his final stand. I can't imagine we'll have very long. Oh, have I spoken too soon, do you think?
I hope not.
I'm feeling much better now.
Well, that's good.
So how long have you travelled with the doctor?
Not very long, really. We knew him before we travelled with him.
Fair. Then one day he asked and off you went.
Pretty much.
Did he mention me?
He has mentioned you once.
Well, I suppose that's something.
I struggled with this too. The doctor meets so many people in his life, or lives, that sometimes it's easy to see yourself as so small. But that's never the case. The fact he wants to share the universe with you is what's incredible. And it sounds like they're back.
I'm back. Redhill has gone to get the others. Where's the first one?
Over by the computer equipment.
Right.
Well, Hazel, I guess we'd best follow, right?
Sure.
We've got something.
Ah, very good, very good. I trust it's of some relevance, yes?
It is.
How was it?
It went well.
Good.
Yeah, wasn't expecting to go 1 billion years into the future, but there we go. What's going on in the Nexus point?
We fear that Omega is on his way.
So, we just need the others to come back?
Ideally, as soon as possible.
Oh, Grandfather. How much further?
The whole planet seems to have been preserved. It's almost like it's frozen since the Federation War. Don't you see, child?
I don't quite like you calling me that.
Well, why not? You are my granddaughter.
Well, yes, you are, but you aren't him.
I've regenerated quite a bit since then, my dear Susan. Don't expect my mannerisms around my favourite grandchild to change.
You forgot me, Grandfather.
What?
I spoke to your friend, the professor woman. She said you don't mention me.
I'm a very private person.
She had no idea who I was, or that you had a family. Grandfather, what happened?
It's the future, Susan. I lose people. All the time.
Did you lose me?
No. I didn't lose you. Not in the way that you're implying.
Then what?
I wanted you to belong somewhere, child. To have roots of your own. And live normally like anybody should do. Your future doesn't always lie with me.
Oh, Grandfather, I won't ever leave you.
Thank you, my dear.
Now, what could possibly be here that resembles our universe?
Well, there was a war that occurred here. The planet was subject to many changes in the timeline, but up ahead there should be the wreckage of a Federation-class ship. Within it should be what we seek. Shall we?
Let's go, Grandfather.
We shall.
How generous of them to let us use the TARDIS.
Too many of us to transport via vortex manipulator. Now, the coordinates here weren't specific, however, this does feel familiar.
Looks like it. Courtroom?
Gallifreyan High Court. It does ring a bell.
Yeah, well, either way, is there anything here that can be used as an anchor?
Well, is there anything Time Lord around here?
Now that is a good shout.
There's a matrix visual encoder over here.
Will that be enough?
Potentially. Is there anything else?
Yeah, hang on a moment. There's one of those weird headdressy things here.
That'll do. We best get back.
You've been doing this for a while.
Yes, I suppose I have.
Back in the day, you'd have stopped and examined the insignia on this ship.
It's the Galactic Federation, child. Ah, here we are.
What is that thing?
Yes, well, never you mind, Susan. What matters is that it's a key component in time that we require to maintain our timeline.
It looks very strange.
Yes, it's one of the most dangerous beings in the universe, hell-bent on exterminating anything that isn't like it. Now, best we move on, yes?
Yes, Grandfather.
Maintain position.
Yes, Lord Omega.
We must prepare for the experiment. The star will soon collapse.
Preparing the detonation pulse.
There he is. So, plan of action?
Take out the shields?
Sounds good, but too simple. I believe the history books alluded to the stasis halo.
Ah, yes, that's right.
As I'm younger than you, I remember where we can find that. Follow me.
Stand by. I just need some final calculations. If this works, we will create a black hole singularity and discover the secret of time travel. This is a great moment for the history of our race.
I agree, Lord Omega.
My name is Peylix.
Yes, Lord Peylix.
You've got it.
What you have?
We went to Unit, the Tower of London specifically.
We saw that the walls were crumbling and reforming.
That will be Omega's doing.
I can see what you're doing, brother Time Lords.
He's here.
I am everywhere. Move! My vision will finally be realized. Nothing can stop this.
What was that?
That appears to be my TARDIS hitting Omega.
We won't be down for long. We have to get back through the Nexus point. Try and stop this somehow.
I need time to program the time-space actualizer.
Then we can provide a distraction.
You cannot halt the flow of progress.
Who's with me?
I am.
Me too.
Ready?
I am Omega, the conqueror of time. Always.
On your mark.
All will bow to my will.
Now!
Including you.
Stop.
What is it?
Just ahead. Someone's guarding the main stem of the ship.
We don't exactly fit in here.
We shall have to try. Follow my lead.
You two, what are you doing down here?
Hello, sir. We were sent down here to perform some maintenance to the stasis halo.
You are not dressed as crew?
For God's sake, let me.
Really?
A little bit of Venusian Aikido never did any harm.
I thought you were a Grand Master pacifist.
I think these times call for some drastic measures, Doctor. Now go on ahead. I will deal with our friend here.
All right.
Right then. If you can still hear me in there, it can depend on the person. I promise you, this isn't personal. I truly do. The future is about to be changed forever, and you will never know what you are truly a part of here today. However, please know this. You will not be forgotten. I do believe that's my cue for my friend and I to get going.
Done. Come on.
Very well.
The pinch?
Of course. Keeps him down for a good few minutes. Now, time set back on course?
Naturally. Back to the TARDIS, quickly.
Ah, right. We've made it.
There's the podium. All those nexus points stacked on top of one another. How can a matrix like this work?
With great difficulty, I imagine.
Oh, doctors, come on!
Yes, indeed.
Stay away from the nexus points. You forget your place, doctors. As do you, human. I ain't no ordinary human. Yes, I sense that within you. You have lived longer than any normal human should have. Curious. However, today marks your end. Calculations complete. Begin the detonation.
Yes, Lord Peylix. Detonation pulse successfully deployed.
Good. Begin the calculations.
Yes, my lord. The pulse is en route to the star.
What is that?
A call from the ship's stem.
No matter. Concentrate on the experiment.
It says it's urgent. Lord Peylix, this is an urgent call.
Answer it.
Very well. This is the bridge. Speak.
We've been sabotaged. The stasis halo is compromised.
What? Who has sabotaged it?
I don't know.
Sir, please respond.
2 people. Dressed strangely. They're not part of the crew.
Stowaways.
Lord Peylix, the star has been detonated. We must move away.
Make it so.
Get off me!
I am flesh and blood now, Doctor. I can hold you up from the ground beneath you. Now I stand against you truly.
Doctor!
Maggie, it's not safe.
Nowhere is. The TARDIS is just there.
Then go. Stay safe.
Not without you.
Omega, stop!
None of you have dominion over me. Now I shall do what I have always wanted to do. I will kill you all.
Doctor!
There she is.
Then we'd best hurry up and stop stating the obvious.
Send a message back to Gallifrey. Tell them the ship has been compromised, and to send reinforcements.
Yes, Lord Peylix.
There it is. A black hole.
Lord Peylix, we're being pulled in.
Yes, I think we are. Red alert. No.
Doctor, I'm coming. Come on.
Oh, thank you, Professor.
No. My form, my being, I am no longer.
Real? Positive matter?
How have you done this? I own the key to time.
It's Rassilon. He's being freed from Omega's bond.
And where have you two been?
A very long way away.
And a very long time ago. Is it done?
It would appear so.
My vision, my perfect vision.
Perfect for you, maybe.
You are responsible for the end of so many lives.
And we must set it right.
It wasn't right. What was done? My infinity of imprisonment.
Sadly, you made your own doing, Omega.
I don't. I can't.
He's dropped the key.
Take it!
I've got it. We banish you, Omega. For good this time.
I will return, Doctor. I promise you, we shall meet again.
It's done. It's over.
And what now?
Nothing has changed. What Omega did is it still exists.
The Nexus points. Like you said.
I called them before shocks.
Exactly.
Have you had an idea?
I think I have. Now, the timeline has been in flux because of these Nexus points. Ones that are currently stacked on top of one another, above Omega's podium.
Yes.
Now, if we align all the Nexus points, and all of us together, all of us, the same person from different points in our lives, with the artifacts of our original universe, use the key to time to forge a new one.
A new universe?
What about our original?
Oh, my boy, my boy. I think, to use the metaphor, that ship has sailed.
I agree. We were slipping into a pocket universe. Elements of our lives were falling out of the main universal structure and merging with this.
And the universe itself was just trying to compensate?
Like I said, these Nexus points are before shocks, not after shocks. Together we could rebuild the universe, not rewrite it.
Things will never return to how they once were. Oh, look around you. This asteroid is all that remains. Our own people are gone. We're all that's left.
And what about everyone we've lost?
Ah, yes, indeed. But we must be responsible with this power, Doctors.
I agree.
We must be strong in this moment. May I?
Of course.
Right. Here we go. Let's bring together every Nexus point into position.
What's happening?
I think they're saving the universe.
This is crazy.
Isn't that part of the fun?
I don't know about that.
We are supposed to be hiding from all of this. Is this what the future is like?
I'm afraid so.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy.
That's why the Doctor has friends like us, right?
You are so right there.
Doctors?
Oh yes.
Quite.
On my way.
Oh yes, of course.
Very well.
Let's do this.
Remember our past. Everything we held dear.
Yes.
Susan.
Lee. Nikki.
Josh. Hazel.
Charlie.
Fraser. Eloise.
Fiona. Nathan. Maggie.
James. Henry, Roxy, Carly, Phoebe, Patrick, Julia.
I think this is it.
What happens now?
I believe we will return to our places in time.
A new timeline.
So, we'll retain the memories?
We'll see.
Grandfather? Are you all right?
Oh, what is it, child?
I think you fell asleep as I was telling you about school today.
I did? Oh, nonsense. I was merely resting my eyes.
Well then, what was I talking about? Oh, Grandfather.
Oh. Right then, old girl. Where to next?
Doctor?
Yes, Maggie?
Are you alright?
Yes, I am. Why?
I don't know. I just feel like I've forgotten something.
Oh, well, do you need reminding what I said earlier?
Go on. Doctor?
Strange. I don't remember either.
What's happened to us?
Temporal relocation, I'd say.
What's that?
Happens typically when I encounter an odd version of myself, although it is always weird to be on the receiving end of it.
Well, like when we went to that beach and then...
A beach?
I don't know. Oh, my head hurts.
You know what? Let's go to a beach. Relax and unwind from whatever just happened to us.
A beach again. If we must.
Let's go.
Doctor, do you feel strange?
I'm not sure, Miss Anderson. I feel like someone's walked over my grave.
Yeah. Same.
Well, we're both still here, and no abnormalities in the time vortex. So what do you say? Somewhere sunny? Cloudy? Rainy?
Anywhere.
Coming right up, Hazel.
Well, that was certainly interesting.
What happened?
There was this flash of light.
And the universe was set in place.
We succeeded.
And what about me?
What about you?
Nobody from my future could use his face. You said I shouldn't exist.
I never had that issue.
That's part of the issue I was having. I remembered something else entirely.
And now?
Now I remember you. Even you.
What are you saying?
This Nexus event has created something new for us. A whole new part of our life that didn't exist before.
Like these two?
I remember other people, other doctors in those places. But it's a distant memory now. It's fading.
Well, I'm sure the universe will compensate around us.
Doctors? Where did the others go?
Oh. It would appear half of our party have disappeared.
Well, as long as you remember them, I suppose we are safe.
Well, I do indeed.
Then they must have been relocated after the creation of this universe.
And not us.
I suppose we're a nice balance of the old and the new.
Is it really that poetic?
Unlikely, but the universe does work in strange ways, does it not?
It certainly does. Our TARDISes are still here at least.
Ah, one of the small mercies.
I'll be off then.
Not sticking around?
Not my style, I'm afraid.
Oh, no goodbye?
Goodbye? You're me. I know how this all happens in the end.
Oh, he seems like fun. And that's coming from me.
Yes, doesn't he just?
Right, well, you were all wonderful today.
As were you.
Oh, Doctor. You are worthy.
What?
You constantly doubt yourself. I should know. Remember, I was you about a day ago. You've always doubted yourself. When in many ways, you were the best of us all.
Pushing forward when no one else would. If that's not who we are, then I don't know who the Doctor is.
Thank you. It is... I appreciate that.
Now, shall we go and explore that new universe of ours? There we go. My past self dropped off at his TARDIS. All things considered, I think that worked out quite well.
So where did Carly and Henry go?
Back to their proper places in time and space.
And you're sure about that?
Always. They're in my mind. Always.
And what about your old memories? The ones you're saying have changed?
We use the key to time to move those events into what you might call another dimension, Professor.
The key holds that much power?
It does. And all those events ended up in... Dimension 2012.
So where do we go after all of that?
I've got somewhere to go first.
Hello again, old girl. It's me. Sorry for leaving you here. I was busy. Promise. I'm here now, and I know what I must do. I am the Doctor. I've seen my past. I've seen my future. Things get better, things get worse. That's how it is with life. But now, I have this new one. I truly am the Doctor. It's time to see what the universe has in store for me. Off we go, old girl.
Right. I've been patient here. I understand what happened. But now I need to return to the point of my own timeline. Maybe you were saving me. Showing me the Crimson Hunter and Charlie Pollard to keep me safe, but now it's time to live my life again.
Here we go. Right. Hello, Miss Breslin. It's odd. I've checked up on everyone else. But I never thought to jump back to a time when you were alive. Perhaps it would hurt too much. And this does too. New memories are writing over the old ones. I remember being the blonde one and meeting you during the Federation War. You were brilliant. I am so proud of you. Fraser found this in the lonely forest. Your knife. Well, the Crimson Hunter's knife. It's something I have to remember you by now. Properly. So, I thought I'd return the favour. My first cravat. The one you picked out for me all those years ago. It would appear that the key fragment was left inside your gravestone. So, you can have this cravat in its place. Your statue is quite a good likeness, dear. I'll be gone soon too, you know. Professor Chaddy, she met me when I was dying. The Oracle. I took on the voice of my next self, and now I've met her. I'm not afraid of dying, Miss Breslin. I'm afraid of forgetting. Carly and Henry have seen how much holding on to this has eaten away at me. I was different once, happier. Knowing that you're still here, even still out there with an earlier version of me out there in the universe, it fills me with joy. You saved me in ways I can never repay you for. But now it is time to move on. Until the end of time, Miss Breslin.